Joe, you were like on the bench, man. I saw you right there. Thibodeau is a foot away from you. You got Uncle Dan right next to you. We got Mary J. Blige. Talk to me about last night, Joe.
Feeling closer to God in a tight situation, baby. Let me tell you something. I sit there and I look up a deck because I used to go to the games to see Michael Jordan this small.
Right.
And I pray to God immediately, like, thank you for letting me sit here. And then I'm sitting next to the coach. Now, you know, I'm a coach. I'm a Rucker Street legend.
I know it.
So it's so hard to contain myself and not butt in.
Right.
Right? But I'm very respectful. You know, the only thing I did do was I told Deuce McBride, I said, yo, you got to get more aggressive. He was like, I know, OG. That was that. But, you know, other than that, I mind my business. I was just being a supportive fan. But what a time. I mean, you know, we've been waiting 29 years for this.
Yeah.
And to see even the former Knicks, the Spreewells, the Stoudemire's, the Starberries, everybody, Allen Houston in the courtside, everybody going crazy, John Starks. It's the greatest feeling in the world to be a Knicks fan.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because I think they're going to need McBride now, too, with all these injuries that we've got here, Joe. So I hope he takes your advice.
I don't know, man. This is really, you know, OG. We need to. Hopefully, it's just a day-to-day injury, and it isn't like, you know, because we just lost Mitchell Robinson. The whole team is out.
Yeah.
Bonajic, Mitchell Robinson, Randall.
Yeah.
I mean, and we still finding a way to win. I mean, these guys, these Villanova guys, it's special.
It's incredible. Talk to me about the atmosphere in the building, Joe. I mean, anyone who is, if you haven't been to the Garden, I mean, there's nothing better.
I had an argument with a Lakers fan last night because I'm like, yo, I mean, for the first 5 rows of Madison Square Garden, it's all celebrities.
Oh, yeah.
Not regular celebrities, you know, Bill Murray, Ben Stiller,
Right.
like, you know, Mary J. Blige. This was like epic.
Yeah.
And then he started arguing with me. Leonardo DiCaprio's at our games. You know, because, you know, the Lakers, they got celebrity fans too.
Right.
But they're not playing right now. So you know, the Knicks fans are more relevant right now.
Right.
Because it's our time right now.
It's so true. Joe, when you think about how, I mean, could you ever have imagined like being where you are, watching these games? I mean, like you talked about being a kid.
Never in my life. You know, I was with Uncle Dan, and you know, Uncle Dan believed in me before I was ever me. And I remember we used to watch the Knicks on a little TV at a barber shop and start cheering with everybody. Yeah. And then we made our way into the Garden, up a deck, and then down in the middle. And now we courtside. It's unbelievable. It's a dream come true. There's no way to explain it to you. It's like euphoria or something. It's like I'm walking around. I can't believe it, brother.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
It's amazing. Now they go back to Indiana, Joe. I assume you're going to be watching on TV these next 2 games. How do you feel? Obviously, you hope health-wise they're okay. You hope OG can somehow play in Game 3, although I don't know if that looks very good right now. How do you feel about these games, Joe, in Indiana?
Last night made me feel really good.
Yeah.
Last night made me really feel good because even under demand and everything we went through, Jalen came back at the half, and we pulled it off, and we won. And we won, like, no fouls at the final minute. They got the rebounds. They learned from their mistakes. Yep. They learned from the Philly.
Yes.
When they fouled Maxey, they did not do nothing like that. They dealt with experience, and that's the way it goes. You know, you got to go through these experiences to prepare you for the next level. So I'm really excited about our chances.
Yeah, they got the rebounds, made the foul shots. I mean, they did everything right that last few minutes of the game. It was cool, Joe. I heard it was 54 years exactly where Willis Reed had come out. And yesterday, Jalen Brunson, we don't know if he's going to play. And then sure enough.
That starts to make me think of his rig or something. Maybe he did that on purpose. They told him, yo, don't worry, we'll go down 10. You'll come back on limping in the game and doing. I don't know, but it felt rigged.
It did. It felt like fate. It was fate or something.
A dramatic scene,
right.
Fate. You know, maybe Dolan pulled one off. I don't know.
That's amazing. So I'll get you out of here on this one. You feel good about this series? You feel like Knicks get this done?
I feel amazing about the series. And so we got to get through Indiana, and they're tough.
Yeah.
They're tough. They're young. They're tough. They're athletic. But I think we're going to get through them, and then on to Boston and Cleveland. Let's see what happens.
I cannot wait. Will you be in the building Game 6, Joe? Or Game 5, I guess. 5.
I will be in the building Game 6, but if it gets tricky, I'll definitely go to Indiana too.
Woo.
If my guys need me, I'll fly out there and start to get thrown out of the stadium out there. So, you know?
They never lose in front of Fat Joe. So
New York started giving it to Reggie Miller last night.
Oh, they did. What'd you think of that?
What?
What'd you think of that?
They tried to run him out now you don't want to know. It was like, F you, Reggie. F you. But the loudest I ever heard, ever. Because, Reggie came in and commentated.
Yeah. He was running his mouth, Joe.
Like, they brought him in there as an instigation.
Yeah.
We gave it to him last night.
Oh, yeah. And you probably didn't hear this, Joe, because you were in the building. On the broadcast, man, he was running his mouth a lot. Reggie was saying how he owned the Knicks. He owned the Garden. Not last night.
They killed him last night. The whole crowd, 20,000 people. F you, Reggie. I ain't gonna lie, I might have been in on the chant.
You better have been. You better have been.
I may have been in on the chant. But we love Reggie Miller, man. He's a Hall of Famer, but we had fun last night.